See if we can eliminate an a value and a k value, starting with the k value. And we're looking at the side of the equation that has the x on it. So as you can see over here, we have 2, which represents the base, or b, and x. So there is not an a or a k value. So then we're going to move on to the next step. The next step is not that. Step 2, we're going to be applying properties of exponents. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. And here are your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 properties, the main ones that we're going to be using. And we're going to be looking to apply one of these properties if possible. Okay? So looking back at the problem, you'll see that none of those properties exist. And when I say they don't exist or we can't apply any, it's because, as you can see here in A, we're multiplying like bases. B, we have a fraction with a 1 on top. C has a radical. D has parentheses where you have an exponent raised to an exponent. And E, we're dividing like bases. And we don't have that in our problem. So the next step is to step 3, which is to set up like bases. So going back here, the first thing we should attempt is to try to make 8 into base 2. So 2 to the 3rd power is equivalent to 8. Now we have like bases. Okay, the next step that we want to look at is step 4, which is to set the exponents equal to each other, and then the bases go away. And this is a mathematical property that we're going to be applying here. So we set the exponents equal to each other, and basically the 2's go away. Now we do the last step, if needed, step 5, which is solve for the variable. And in this case, it has been solved already for x. Okay, let's go ahead and do another example. Let's look at number 3. So looking for k and a. There's no k in a, so we can skip that step. The second step is to apply one of the properties. Now, if you'll notice here, 1 over 9 is a fraction. So looking at your properties, we would be using property B. We got a 1 on the top, okay, and a 9 on the bottom. Well, the 9 is in the wrong format because we want it in the format of a base raised to an exponent. So if you look up in, if you read across from step 2, it says apply properties of exponents. Bases must be the same. So before we can apply this property, we need to make the bases the same. So let's go back to our problem. Okay, the base on the left is 3. And so we're going to make 9 into base 3. Well, that's going to be 3 squared, which is the same as 9. Now that we have like bases, we can now apply the property. Going back, and the property states that if you have a base with an exponent in the denominator, you can move it to the numerator and you'll change the sign of the exponent. And you'll change the sign of the exponent. Okay, so let's go back and apply it. So on the left side, we still have 3 to the x. We're going to move the 3 squared to the numerator and change the sign of the exponent. So it went from a positive 2 to a negative 2. Okay, step 3, we set the exponents equal to each other and the bases go away. Step 5, we solve for the variable, which in this case, it's already solved. Now, it's very important that you go to Google Classroom and get these notes either printed off or written down, so that way you can follow these steps. I'll do some more examples in a future video. Thank you for watching.